Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming retrograde motion of the planet Mercury, which on April 21st will get into retrograde motion in the currently transiting sign of Aries, and till May 14th, it's going to be in a retrograde motion. Now guys, when it comes down to the, if I were to pick any planet which has this potential and power to impact us on our daily lives. Here I'm not talking about the major events, I'm talking about daily decision making. So I would say that after Moon, Mercury plays a very pivotal role, like our travels, our communication, these days social media, your intelligence. So all these areas are being controlled by the planet Mercury. Now guys, as you know that Mercury is a very impressionable planet. So it's not like that if Mercury is going retrograde, so it can create an obstacle in travel, it can create obstacle in communication while sharing emails at work. But moreover, you have to give attention first of all in which sign Mercury is turning retrograde. It is turning retrograde in a sign which is not very friendly to it. Second thing is that in which influence Mercury is. So Mercury is in a very inimical influence, like the influence of Rahu to begin with. Then Jupiter's energy is very harmonizing, but with the presence of Sun over there as well, there is a lot of heated energy which is going in the domain of the Aries. And being in the influence of such a power-packed environment and being in a retrograde motion, so this is a kind of a typical yoga. Like couple of days back, I was reading this news that a teenager in US, he was trying to imitate some TikTok challenge, and he got badly injured. So putting your adventure, putting your action, putting your energy into those areas which are not very harmonious or very favorable to you. So like the way guys, I have already mentioned this thing. So a general outcome of this retrograde in this scenario, where the way other planets are influencing it, could work out in a way that you suddenly got interest into a course, into a skill, into a hobby, and you paid a major amount of fees over there. You enrolled for something which is not required, which is not needed very badly during this time. And also guys, when we talk about the incidents of road rage or getting into conflict with people without having proper information that does that person actually do something harm to you, something wrong to you, or you're just in your head, you are just speculating in your own irrational logics. So this is a kind of a indicative outcome which we can connect with this conjunction of Mercury with Rahu, with Sun, with Jupiter, and being in a retrograde motion. And also guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that the Lord of the Aries, where this whole planetary concentration has taken place on May 10th. So Mars will also get into the sign of its debilitation in the Cancer. So the way planets are influencing us, and in the current scenario, it becomes very important that in which way this retrograde motion customized to your Lagna is going to be influencing you. So guys, before we will jump into the customized results for all the Lagnas, when it comes down to remedy, so see guys, more than the religious or spiritual remedy, behavioral remedy is something which you have to first do, which is about do not take any decision in rush, in a haste. Second thing is that do not blindly trust on the gossip or on the rumors which might be surrounding around you. If you feel that you're not very confident, very sure while taking any important decision, important action, it's always advisable to reach out to the expert opinion around you. Because guys, the way planets are influencing you, as you know that I have already explained the way this explosive and impulsive energy is getting generated around the Mercury. Over and above that, Saturn is also giving its third aspect to the Aries sign. I have mentioned this thing so many times that out of all the aspects of the planet Saturn, third aspect is always very judgmental, is very problem causing. So whatsoever wrong decision you will take during this time, whatsoever wrong actions you will commit during this time, the punishment of that is not going to be very far because Saturn is expecting it. So it's advisable to keep it calm and take decision only when you are in a right state of mind. And guys, I was talking about the remedies. So recitation or listening to Vishnu Sahasranam, along with that, start your day with the Ganpati Atharv Shrish Stotra, Narayan Kwach. And my favorite, because see guys, living here in Vancouver, I do not have much access to nature and animals as I have of feeding pigeons and birds. So that is also considered as one of the good remedy for appeasing the energy of the planet Mercury. So okay guys, now we will briefly look at all the lagnas, how this retrograde motion of Mercury is going to be influencing you. So guys, starting with the Aries lagna. So guys, in your case, I want to be very honest, very clear over here. Any contract, any agreement, any of the communication from your end has to be very calculative, has to be very monitored. This is a kind of a typical yoga where because of your own rash action, you might become a epicenter of office politics, office gossips. People are suddenly turning against you because of the wrong actions, wrong decision taken by you. So again guys, I'm just saying the extreme end of it. It's not like that it is going to happen. It's just like that with this retrograde motion of Mercury taking place in your first house, it is making you very vulnerable towards speaking out of the turn or like slip of tongue. So be very cautious, be very careful. And during this time, if you sign any contract, if you enroll for any course, any skill, so it's very advisable to give proper attention, give proper attention to the detail. And also guys, for all those people who are in the fields of sales, media, marketing, content creation, so be very cautious and very careful that you should not give any ambiguous kind of communication, or the way you express your views in any given situation. It has to be as transparent as possible. But again guys, when it comes down to some rapid development in whichever front you are working, so this is a kind of a typical yoga. And lastly guys, when you drive, so be careful while driving and all, because your ascendant lord is also kind of in a vulnerable state. Now guys, for all the Taurus lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Mercury is turning retrograde right over there in your 12th house. So it is definitely a very, very vulnerable sign, because guys, in your case, Mercury has got the rulership over your two important houses, second house of your finances, fifth house of speculation. So this is not a very good energy for people who are like planning for some big investments or big financial kind of transaction. So you have to be very cautious, you have to be very careful. Also guys, like for any of the energy of the travels or communication, public performances, try to be as transparent as possible. Any ambiguity in your communication, any lack of planning while undertaking any travel can actually land you in trouble. I'm so sorry guys, I do not want to use harsh words, but this is what this combination is indicating. So I just want to be very clear over here. Now guys, for all the Gemini lagna natives, so guys, in your case, planets are in a right state to give you good results. It all comes down to in which where you are in your journey of life and which all dashas are currently operational in your life. So guys, it's the transit of your lagnesh, of your ascendant lord. So definitely it is going to have an impact in your case. So guys, in your case, although I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable in any front, the least thing, the way this could bother you is that whatsoever development which is currently taking place in your life, this is a time when suddenly you have to go back to the details, or there could be some last moment obstacle. You are about to sign up the contract, you are about to get a nod from your clients, from the vendor, and right at the last moment some sort of delay took place because of the file work was not clear, or there was some delay in the travel, in the transit. So overall, in a nutshell, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Rather, I would say guys, the way planetary concentration has taken place for you guys, I've been saying this thing repeatedly in a lot of my past uploaded videos, that the time right now for you guys is very auspicious, is very favorable. Like this is a typical yoga which you guys are going through, that if you want to initiate some new business, initiate working on some new plans, or you want to or you have to take any important business related trip, or you have to connect the dots, like you want to meet someone influential, a person who can play a pivotal role in your life's aspirations right now. So prioritize all these things, keep your social life active. And yes guys, I'm not seeing the Gemini lagna natives much vulnerable, to be honest. Now guys, for all the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, it is going to be taking place in your 10th house. So guys, it is not a very good energy for you, because guys, the role which Mercury plays in your case, Mercury cannot be considered as a very auspicious, favorable planet for you guys. Like rather, I would say that for your Lagna specifically, after Saturn, it's the like Mercury only, which is the second planet which can actually cause or create problems for you. So with the rulership of the 12th house of unknown, of hidden conspiracy, third house of your efforts, of your communication, and being turning retrograde in the 10th house with this influence of Rahu around it. So I would say guys that like do not react, like do not be very proactive or very reactive in the situation of any confrontation, any conflict, any sort of challenging situation, because this is the kind of a typical yoga where people might try to poke fun at you, they might try to provoke you, or you might be put on the spot where you have to answer because of the problems or faults of other people. So this is how this energy can work out. The only one thing guys which I want to say, that if you are in any sort of team setting, you are heading any important project, so keep all aspect of communication very transparent. Like rather, it's been long time since I have worked in any corporate environment, but it's advisable to take all the instructions from your seniors, from your juniors, written in a mail, in a proper documented form, because if any screw up is going to happen, and the blame game will start, you might become a scapegoat of all these issues. So that is all guys which I want to say for the Cancer Lagna. Keep all aspect of your communication transparent, clear. If you have to initiate any new project during this time, so do that with proper research, with proper background check. And if you are connected with social media or anything to do with the content creation, so this is not a very good energy for creating content on very disputed, very controversial topics, because things might get backfired for you. Because a lot many times what happen is that we know the gist of the media industry. So the more kind of scandalous your content is, the chances tend to remain stronger that it might go viral, it might get more views or more reviews. But this is a kind of a typical yoga where all these kind of intentions might get backfired. So be as transparent as it's possible. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that definitely Mercury is the treasurer for your Lagna, and it is going to be turning retrograde in your 9th house. But guys, honestly speaking, in your case, I'm not seeing Mercury to be creating any trouble for you, like specific to your Lagna. This is a kind of a typical yoga where, because of the support of the luck, like let's say for example, in the past, some of your deals have got struck at the last moment, some of the money was got struck where people are not paying you back, or things are not progressing in any of your aspiration. So suddenly some reversal of fortune in a favor of yours can take place during this time. So yes guys, in the matters of your like this could be financial gains, income, opportunity, or if you are in any capacity, you are a publisher, you are connected with the fields of law, you have an import-export nature of work, so this could be very beneficial time for you. The only thing guys which I want to say with my folded hands, like there are 3-4 planets, like 3 planets which are chiefly connected with Lord Vishnu, which is Sun, which is Mercury, which is Jupiter. They all are transiting in your 9th house. So Vishnu Sahasranam, just be in the feet of Lord Vishnu, sing the glory of Lord Vishnu, and trust me, the kind of success you will get, you cannot even imagine it. Now guys, for all the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that it is the it is the transit of your Lagnesh, ascendant lord, and the 10th house lord, which is turning retrograde in the 8th house. It's a very vulnerable energy. Now guys, this is the kind of a typical yoga where you might be your own enemy, like your negative thinking or twisted thinking, or because of your, like this is a kind of a typical yoga where I have seen people, they are by themselves taking out wrong, they are extracting wrong moral or wrong outcome of any situation. So there could be those situations where someone is actually trying to help you, teach you, guide you, and in your mind you are making that person as your enemy. So for any of the professional decision making, any of the important decision of your life, because these two houses, like when we talk about ascendant and the 10th house, they not only represent our complete life, our health, our overall well-being, concerns of our profession. So lot of both these two important houses is turning retrograde with the influence of Rahu around it, third aspect of the Saturn. So guys, the only one thing which I want to say is that be very transparent, be very clear. Not a very good energy for initiating something new, specifically where there's a lot of uncertainty, risk, challenges and unpredictability is involved. The only way this could work out favorably is for those people who are in research, in exploration, in occult fields. This could be beneficial for them. And also guys, if in your case you're also going through, if Mars right now is active in your dasha, whether in the Mahadasha, whether in the Antardasha, so you have to remain very cautious, like recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, Narayan Kvach or recitation of the Sundarakand will become very important and very much needed for you. Now guys, for my favorite Lagna, which is Libra. So guys, in your case, as you can see that this retrograde is taking place right over there in your 7th house. So definitely guys, 7th house has to do with our relationship, with our commercial dealings, with our public image as well. So this retrograde in a way can actually work out in your favor, because Mercury is a very auspicious, very favorable planet for you. So I would say that if you have been planning for any overseas investments, overseas exploration, like for long, things have got stuck in the matters of your business dealings or within the matrimonial concerns as well. So clarity, going back to the details, getting that sort of clarity and closure. So overall guys, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. The way Mercury is acting out right now and the kind of influence on which it is, commercially this could be much beneficial for you. Like rather I would say that if any of the past deal which has got struck at the 11th hour, last minute, or any of the money which has been struck from long, so clarity, closure in all these areas can be anticipated with this kind of retrograde motion of Mercury in your 7th house. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna, so guys, in your case, as you can see over here that Mercury is going to be turning retrograde in your 6th house. So yes guys, it's not a very good energy. Like rather I would say that after Virgo, it's the Scorpio Lagna natives who are actually falling very prey or vulnerable towards this retrograde motion. Your ascendant lord is already vulnerable, being transiting in the 8th house in an enemy sign. Over and above that, with this accentuated 6th house and Mercury most importantly turning retrograde, so be very cautious, be very careful. Like the way guys I've been saying this thing, this is a kind of a typical yoga where people try to achieve something or do something which is very unattainable, where there is a lot of risk, uncertainty involved. So driven by this sudden rush, you want to do something and later on regretting for all those impulsive, reckless actions. And secondly, creating enemies because of your own twisted assessment of the situation. So again, like the way I mentioned, someone is actually trying to help you and within your mind, oh, he's trying to manipulate me, oh, he is trying to harm me. So be very cautious, very careful for these kind of twisted thought process or mindset. Again guys, this could be a very beneficial time only for those people in whose line of work, challenges, arbitration, fighting, allegation, all of that is involved. Like you are a crime journalist or you are a lawyer, criminal lawyer. So this could be beneficial for all those people only, where you have to deal with all these kind of allegation, fights, accusations as a part of your profession. But in general, this is not a very good energy, and I want to be very clear over here. So if in any case either Mercury or Mars is active in your dasha, whether in the Mahadasha or the Antardasha, so Hanuman Chalisa, Bajrang Baan and a recitation of the Narayan Kvach along with on either of the Saturdays or Tuesday, Sundarakand will become very important for the Scorpio Lagna people during this time. Now guys, for all these Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that it's your 7th and the 10th house lord which is getting retrograde in the 5th house. So guys, in certain cases this alignment has the capability for giving you good results as well, like in the matters of your education, in the matters of your academics, or this could be any of the artistic creative pursuit, any of the creation where you are currently involved. You are writing a book, you are doing any creative work right now. So this could be beneficial in so many different ways. The only way it is making you vulnerable is that, first of all guys, like in the matters of speculation, major financial investments and all, you have to remain very cautious, very careful. Apart from that, for all those people who are in that stage of their life, like because 5th house is 8th from the 10th house as well. So in your business, in your profession, you are thinking about some major revamp, major restructuring, transformation. So that can be done during this time. So Mercury being retrograde in this influence in the 5th house might give you lot many new ideas or new ways of executing existing work. So in that front guys, it is good. Only when it comes down to the living signification, now this could be you dealing with your children, this could be for the romantic relations and all, and lastly in the matters of the financial major investments, it is making you guys very vulnerable. So because guys, whenever we talk about the Trikon Bhava, like trine houses, so during that time worshipping the gods, recitation of mantra actually work out in a very beneficial way. So Lord Vishnu in the form of worshipping Lord Vishnu in the form of Vishnu Sahasranam, Narayan Kvach can be considered for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Mercury is turning retrograde right over there in your 4th house. So again guys, this is a kind of a typical yoga where in the domestic life there could be lot many readjustments which this retrograde motion will demand out of you. Like suddenly within the family, people are not getting along well with each other, or the way you manage your domestic affairs, you are not able to manage things in a very perfect way. So that kind of situation where everything is suddenly going wrong, people are turning against each other, electronic appliances are suddenly malfunctioning. So this is the kind of chaotic experience which is getting created for you guys, because guys, in any case, Aries and the Lord of Aries is not very friendly planet towards you. And as you can see, even the 4th house Lord is also right now in the 6th house. So 6th house is about in our daily work life, all those people in whose case you will find 6th house to be afflicted. So you will definitely see these guys, someday some breakdown happened, someday this thing happened in their daily life. You will not find any smoothness. So this is how it is going to be acting out for you guys. Also guys, because it is taking place in the 4th house, so there could be inner emotional turmoil, anxiety, feeling of insecurity might bother a lot many Capricorn Lagna. So you have to deal with these things in a very calm state of mind. Guys, when we talk about the material point of view, like if you are operating professionally in the areas of the 4th house, then this could be a beneficial time for you, like clarity, closure on the past deals, you are working as a realtor and all. So this could be a good time for you. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, to begin with, Mercury is a very favorable planet for you. Sun is exalted in the 3rd house, and Rahu, which co-rules your Lagan sign, Aquarius. So this is actually going to be a good transit for you in so many different ways. Like definitely guys, for all those people who are working in the fields of sales, media, marketing, or you are a content creator, you are a skilled professional, this could be a very beneficial time for you. Going to the depth of any of the task or project you are working on, or even if you want to initiate something, so you are actually getting right set of thrust, right set of energy. Now this could be physical energy, this could be mental energy as well, energy of aptitude, energy of ideas. So this is a good transit for you in so many different ways. The only vulnerability comes because Mercury, although being a favorable planet for you, it has got the rulership of the 8th house as well, and it is turning retrograde in the 3rd house in a sign which is not very friendly to it. So because of which guys, just when it comes down to the living signification of the 3rd house, so over there you have to remain very cautious, very careful. This is a kind of a typical yoga where people become a victim of getting manipulated by people around them, or diplomacy, enmity, jealousy. So just remain very cautious and careful in all these areas. Apart from that, for the material or career or business point of view, this could be a good sign. Like Mercury turning retrograde will definitely take you to the depth of your project, to your skill, and you might be able to extract some good opportunity because of your good introspection as well. So overall guys, I'm seeing this a good move of Mercury for you, only in the matters of while dealing with the living signification, which are your friends, which are your colleagues, which are your siblings. Try to remain as clear with your communication as it is possible. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Mercury is going to be turning retrograde in your second house. So that in itself tells about that the matters of your financial management has to be done very cautiously. Second thing is that guys, second house chiefly tells about our communication. So this is a kind of a typical yoga where people under the influence or in driven by the overwhelming emotions, people speak out of the turn, slip of tongue, or speaking something which later on becomes a matter of concern or regret. So specifically when it comes down to talking on any important matters, now this could be whether while dealing with the immediate family members, or this could be that if you are a spokesperson for any important government body or you are in top leadership role. So the matters of communication has to be managed very cautiously, very transparently. And lastly guys, this is not a very good energy for taking some sudden financial decision, because guys, in your case, when we talk about the role which Mercury plays in your case, so not only it is controlling your domestic life but your public life as well. So I would say any of the important business related decision as well needs to be processed properly. If you are not clear, take the opinion of people around you, because guys, I have already mentioned this thing, this whole concentration of planets is taking place in the Aries, where there is a lot of energy, a lot of thrust, acting out first, thinking later, approach and mindset is involved. So do not be in this rush, specifically where major chunk of financial transaction is involved, or integrity of the family values, family bonding is involved. That is the only thing which I want to say for all the Pisces Lagna natives. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming retrograde motion of the Mercury. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.